Hello, good day, everyone. We'll be talking about epilepsy today, popularly known in the Yoruba dialect as warapa. Now, why did we pick epilepsy? Because it's a common ailment, you know, especially in low income and low income to middle income countries, and I am aware that there's this saying, this false saying that epilepsy is contagious. Let me start by debunking that. Epilepsy is not contagious. Do you know why? Because I experienced something recently. A young man, an epileptic, just fell down suddenly and was convulsing, and everybody was running away from this guy, and I was running towards him to ensure that he doesn't hurt himself, because epileptics are prone to loss of tooth loss of a tooth, fractures and all that. So I didn't want him to hurt himself, so I rushed at him, tried to grab him. Then the other guy just grabbed me. Show Koni. Do you want to contact it? And there was no time to start educating them then, but they all looked at me like, oh, see this poor stupid young man, he doesn't understand that this thing is contagious. Let's stop it there. Epilepsy is not contagious. Epilepsy has been a source of stigma, and it's just a sad thing. It's basically due to ignorance. You make people who are epileptic feel less of themselves. you know there's this WHO fact book that says that specifies it that about close to 70% or 80% of people who have epilepsy don't come to receive treatment, because of the stigma, the fear of the stigma. 70% of people with epilepsy are treatable, very treatable. So it's a treatable disease. It's not something to be ashamed of. We need to sound these things, because they are our brothers, they are our sisters. Nobody asks to be born with epilepsy. Now that will make me go straight to the epidemiology. How common is it? Over 50 million people on earth are currently living with epilepsy. So it's that common. Sad to say, 80% of these people living with epilepsy live in low to middle class income countries. Nigeria is included in this, we know that. Now, what are the causes? Some of these causes are man-made, some are congenital. Now, the ones that are man-made, let's talk about them. Okay. Breath asphyxia. I will try to be as basic as possible. When a woman who was supposed to be delivered in a proper hospital goes to a mission home, pushing a baby with a large head through a birth canal, and the baby not receiving adequate care or not being properly monitored, doesn't cry very well at birth, probably because of asphyxiation, poor oxygen supply to the brain. That has set that child up for a possibility of epilepsy in the future. That's one. Two, a severe head trauma, a child falling down, knocking his or her head on the floor or whatever hard surface, can predispose that child to epilepsy. Meningitis encephalitis, cerebral malaria, febrile illness, that's when a child is very, very hot, and so hot the mother is just giving paracetamol instead of taking the child to see a pediatrician, your own pediatrician. You can predispose this child to epilepsy in the future. Then there are some congenital problems, probably some brain tumors, some malformations in the brain. These things can lead to epilepsy. Epilepsy is just recurrent seizures. Now, let's talk about the signs and symptoms. How do we know somebody is epileptic? Now, the thing is before an epileptic attack or an epileptic episode occurs, there's something called aura. You know, the person in question knows something is about to happen, because by reason of experience, I don't want to say by reason of use, the person understands that there's a particular visual hallucination, hearing hallucination, or or nasal. You know, you can smell something. It's called an aura. Before, just a prelude to the seizure, the person starts to smell something funny, or sees hallucinates, sees something that not really there, and that's when they know. You know, when it happens, they lose consciousness or lose awareness. All right, don't forget what I said. They're very prone to fractures. They're very prone to loss of teeth. So let's stop this thing we do a lot, especially in Nigeria here. When somebody is convulsing, you're so bothered about them clenching their teeth, you put your hand in it, or put your shoe, or put spoons. Please stop all that. The person can lose a tooth. Person can get contamination. Put your shoe that you have walked in all the streets of Nigeria, put it in someone's mouth. Please, let's stop it. If the person, have you heard of anybody die from clenching of teeth? Nah, please. Or stretching. They try to avoid it. Oh, no, don't make him stretch. Please stop being ignorant. Let the person be. Whether the person stretches or not, the person will be fine. Just allow them lay down there. You know, be with them. Calm the person down. Calm the person down. Don't make the person's case worse. I feel leave the person alone. No, you don't do that. You're not helping the person. Okay, so let's stop being ignorant and let's understand few things that I've said now. First, it's not contagious. Two, they don't need to be restrained. You don't restrain them. No, you're not helping. All right, okay. So what else again did I say? Yes, stop putting things in their mouth. Don't put your hand, don't put shoes, don't put spatula, don't put anything in their mouth. Just let them be. All right, let them be very comfortable. Let them not hurt themselves, because they are prone to fractures and all that. And please, if you know any epileptic, stop being judgmental, so to speak. Stop being don't stigmatize them. They are like your brothers and sisters. They are normal people. You go, they have a normal life to live, so they've not offended anybody. All right, so please, next time you see an epileptic, rush and help the person. Don't run from them. You can't contact it. All right, thank you very much for listening. I am Dr. General Olaide Adibowale. I would like you to like this video, post your comment, ask questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.